This time I'll remember to press the right button to see the chat. Wish I could move this to the other side. Oh no. Now I don't know where it's at. I flip this. Can we put you over here? No, don't do that. Undo, 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 undo. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? You get all ready, then you smash it to pieces. Down in Dagobah, where it's broken all the time. 'Cause it's run by a crazy old Muppet. Sit on a tuffet, crazy Muppet. Didn't remember to start a new file, but that's okay. We've got a while to stream out all of the stuff. There's no doubt that I forgot something to plug in, but it's close enough. Ripley, my friend, what did we forget? How did we forget it? What is it to for? Alright, we'll make a new file and delete the old stuff. We'll just leave a space for where we can rough in the new art. Everything is an old fart. Now I'm not dumb, but I can't understand how he can lift me in the air just by raising his hands. Oh my Yoda, why Yoda? He didn't train Obi-Wan, that was a lie. Obi-Wan was full of lies, now cry. Hey Luke, why don't you cry? Your mentor didn't tell the truth and he burned your dad. Hey forsooth, what you gonna do? Give that guy his own show, and then he can lie some more. Obi-Wan, lie some more. Where are my notes for what this stream? Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Call this Meet Inspector. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Good stuff, Rips. Hey! Hey, Space Goonie. I saw Space Goonie sitting there on a log. We were down by the beach and there wasn't no fog, but lots of glass. There was so much glass. If you sit down, it'll end up in your... Hey! Just ask where it'll end up and somebody will tell you. Oh, man. Should we play the intro? Are you down lower than normal? I think I'm at a normal height. I think everything's fine. I think because you switched over from streaming for Streamlabs last week and just jumped over to this one, and you didn't take the time to really double check anything. So God knows what could be on any of these screens when you click the death button. I mean, anything at all. Like, hey, why don't you go see what Ted's up to and see if it's old Ted or new Ted? Oh, you want to take the bets? I'm gonna bet you $45 that it's old Ted's gonna pop up. No, it's probably gonna be real Ted, just regular new Ted. Hmm? Ted, you ready? You ready on the wall over there? I'm gonna talk to you, and if you're the old Ted, I'm gonna flip out. I'm gonna flip right out. Probably not really gonna flip out. Hey, bros. Yeah, it's me. From at Bill and Ted But Cats on your Instagram. Just chilling with my PhD in chillness. Got my glasses, and any problems, I'll solve them. I'll vanilla ice up any cake. And of course, your microphones, I will wax them like candles and or vandals, bros. Bros, are we ever going to go surfing No one's going to go surfing. That is not how cats work. We don't go surfing. I don't care what any of your TikTok videos say to you. I don't even know about TikTok videos, guys. I'm just a painting on a wall, chilling, and I'm small. But, I'm the greatest cat of all. How dare you? How effing dare you on ice? Oh my god. Somebody play the intro music, or else I am gonna explode. The greatest. Oh my god. I mean, I might not be at the top of the list, but you are definitely not at the top of the list ahead of me. But more importantly, I am at the top of the list. Meow, 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 meow. And that's why you're the sweetest angel. Oh, Ripley, so clever. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, you kill me. You kill me, Rips. I'm furious. I'm so furious right now. Are you even paying attention to me, guys? Is anyone paying attention to me, guys? Hey, I'm right here. Look at me. Intro.
Lightning! Power! Exciting! For the hour!
Though I know I should be wary, still I venture someplace scary. Ghostly hauntings, I turn loose. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Pat Prue, resubscribing. Space Goonie, subscribe Robin. Those aren't words. Hey guys, it's been crazy for the past, I don't know, 4 days. Not really, but 4 days ago, Tuesday, Monday, Sunday, yeah, 4 days ago, just crazy, just crazy. If anybody watched, hey Miles, on Friday I decided to just do my job in front of a live stream, for like 5.5 hours, which is weird, which is crazy, which is bananas McGee, but super fun, super fun. There was like 200 people all day long, spiking up to, excuse me, much more. But basically, I just drew an animated alerts for people on Twitter who suggested their ideas, to the Streamlabs Twitter alert giveaway that we posted, and Clyde and myself just sifted through them while I talked to people all day long, and the chat went by fast. It went by so fast. All the DJs were in fact saying "damn," and I was trying my best to sell alerts by the gram. I was trying to keep my composure when it was time to keep my composure when it's time to get lit, magnetized by the mic. No, keep my composure when it's time to get loose, magnetized by the mic when I'm kicking my juice, and just was juice kicking all day long, and it was just crazy fun. It was weird. It was weird. But like no random hate crimes in the chat. Corbin, who is just my Streamlabs hero, anyways, he does so many things, and he knows how to do everything. So he set up the chat bot to keep an eye out for things, I guess, and to answer when people were like, "Hey, how come this function isn't working?" or "How do I make this thing happen better using Streamlabs technology?" And I'm just like, I don't know. I just draw pictures at Streamlabs. The thing that I'm doing right now, that's what I know how to do, and they had some bots set up so that when people did ask things, the robot would be like, "Hey, go to the Discord, go to streamlabs.com, put in a ticket, just tweet at us. Tweet, we got a whole support team that supports everybody who's out there streaming. But I'm not one of those people. I support streamers with artwork and whatnot. But yeah, there was like one guy was like, "Hey, something, something, something," and I'm like, "Your name looks familiar. Have do I know you? Have I met you before?" And he was like, "Hey, have you ever been to like the to Moncton? To the Moncton?" He probably doesn't say like that. To the Moncton comic convention. I was like, "Yeah, yeah." I probably sat a table or two away from you, reading your name over and over and over and over again for 2 days straight, or however long that convention was, and it burned into my mind. Whether or not I actually met this person or even went to their table, I don't know. Some conventions I don't venture around too far. Um, but but a lot of times, like things will just stick in my head. Words and names, usually not names, but it wasn't a real name. I forget what it was now. But when I saw it, I was just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like something about that seems familiar. And then he said, "Yeah, I go here sometimes." Like, yeah, yeah. Well, I was there too, so we probably did meet at some point in time, or I at least, like I said, sat there and read your sign. Some of the people I used to work with at Streamlabs, they popped in, so that was super cool. To well, just yell hello at Zane for the first time in a long time. And then occasionally just some random questions, i.e., "Hey, how do you know how to do this? Hey, what's going on here? Hey, what's up with that floating thing next to you?" Because on the Streamlabs stream, I took the time to take the Streamlabs logo, whose name is Kevin, and have him floating next to me, and then when I cut in close on him, his little I don't know Wi-Fi signal would kind of glow to indicate that he was talking, and then I just gave him a little voice, and we would just talk back and forth occasionally throughout the stream. Hold on a second. You did a 5-hour stream, and I wasn't there. I wasn't invited. You didn't even care. You replaced me with something that floats in the air. You call it Kevin. Oh my god. And I'm not supposed to have some sort of angry stare. If we wait a few seconds, my eyebrows, they will furrow. They will furrow in disgust. You just wait for it. Let's all just wait a few seconds, and you'll just see the anger. Here it comes. Here it comes. Hold on. You slide to the edge of your seat, and you just wait. Slide to the edge of your seat, and just wait there. And here it comes. Angry eyebrows coming at you in 3, 2. Oh, angry eyebrows activate. There we go. Oh, angry. That's about as angry as I feel like getting about that. But seriously though, you replaced me. You replaced me with somebody named Kevin, and I am furious. Yeah, yeah, I did. I did. Mostly I was logged in to the Streamlabs account, so all of my stuff is in my account, and I didn't export it beforehand. But also, um, as much as it was all about me. Still trying to promote what I do at work and Streamlabs more than just hey everybody, look at me, look at me, look what I'm doing. But mostly it was look at me, look what I'm doing. I'm having a great time. Um, but yeah, I had a little floating Kevin logo, and I would talk to it, and it's much easier to talk to a Milo voice, um, just because it's an easy voice to do. But I don't feel comfortable giving the Milo voice to other characters. I either just use it for myself, or um, or for Milo. And if I do ever give it to another character, it will be to completely replace him forever, and then we'll just be done with them, and we'll never see him again. Please don't talk like that while I'm literally 13 inches away. Oh my god. Why? Like I just wanted to hang out here, look at this mug, Every time I do it makes me laugh. But then you gotta bring up these things. You gotta bring up these things. So, was he nicer than me? Is he better than me? Does he stream nicer than me? Just tell me the truth. Tell me the truth! I demand to know. Oh, well, he started out nicer than you, I think. But, towards the end, like all imaginary characters, they eventually are mean to me. And, you know, it wasn't super harsh, but I eventually just had him start telling me to get back to work and whatnot. Um, and yeah, I just gave him the Bowie voice. And we had a good time. Now, the best part about that is, I guess I could put it on the drawing screen when I'm drawing. Um, Whoa! Daryl Blake has linked. Oh, liked the stream. Oh, that must be from Facebook. I guess that's the animation that plays when an alert goes off for Facebook. I didn't know that. Oh, there it is. Um, so I'll have to figure that out. Or slash, I do enjoy that zombie GIF defaults in the alerts. Yeah, let's do this. So the best part, two best parts. One, during the stream, well, partly the worst part is during the stream, it is like I've got a chat with like hundreds of people going by saying things like, wow, not necessarily my job to respond to all of them. Um, an emoji launch, I don't even know. I think if within Twitch you just drop emoji after emoji, they should fill the screen pretty good for a few seconds. Um, the the stream chat is there, and then I've got like my work Slack chat over here, and then plus still my phone goes off. I'm just like, this is so much. This is like all of the communication. This is like the opposite of my entire reason for like wanting, dreaming of working from home someday, is so that one, people don't watch me work. Two, CTK, hello, bonjour. Je m'appelle Pamplemousse. Avec, avec. Um, yeah, this works. So then there's just like, yeah, that works. So I can see what work people are saying because they're watching it too. So I'm like, oh my god, it's not just a bunch of random people. Actually, the people that I work with are watching me work at work while they're at work, and some of them listening. And I'm just like, that's a little bit extra nerve wracking. Even though for the most part, every Monday at the meeting, everyone's just like, Curtis should just do everybody's slides. I don't know what any of these slides mean. I don't understand what's happening when you guys are talking. I'm just waiting for when I have to talk, and then I'm waiting for when I don't have to talk anymore. So while I'm talking at people over here and drawing, randomly making up songs, once again, it's been a while since the rescue rangers have come up, but somebody on there, can't remember who now. There was a couple people that are just like, you're awesome, like I'm gonna vibe with you, and they would bring things up. I can't remember what the first one is, but some nostalgic song I drifted into, and they were like, "Whoa, that's gonna be stuck in my head all day." And I'm like, "Oh, you just wait for it." And I jumped through a bunch. So the Rescue Rangers kept coming up. I tried to drift through a few different Disney songs. Like I said before, I haven't watched any of them in 10, 15, 25 years. But yeah, surprisingly, still in my head from whenever we sang them last time, mashing things up and whatnot. Oh, I can't remember what the mashup ended up being. But oh yeah, somebody brought up Ninja Turtles, I think is what it was. So we started with the Ninja Turtles theme and then drifted into everything. And then yeah, then I can see in my work thing, it was just like, hey! And the thought in my head was when I can't remember which character, but like when Mouse or whoever runs into the room when Neo is fighting Morpheus, and then he runs in like, oh my god, come on, Neo's fighting Morpheus, what? And they all run in, and you just see a bunch of, nothing just sliding up the screen. And they're all like, whoa! So I could see that where Dominic is just like, hey, or James actually, I think was just like, by the way, everybody forget, or don't forget, Curtis is live on our channel right now, talking or drawing pictures and singing songs. Like, I mean, I am, but is that really? Should we? Okay. I'm just like, this is insane. But fine, this is fine. This is all fine. Whatever. Dog drinking coffee, everything is on fire. It's all good. So then at some point, Dominic shares his favorite, I don't know, favorite part of the stream is, oh, whenever Curtis is talking to Kevin, he's like, it kills me. I love it. I can't get enough. It was like, every time I'm like, oh, good, because I'm semi trying not to fight with the company logo as much as I can, because I don't know. I don't know how disparaging, how bad of an idea that is. To, turn the company logo into somewhat of a maniac. But Dominic runs the Twitter and the social media stuff, and if he thinks it's fun, then fun we will have. More fun than talking to me. I mean, I thought Dominic really enjoyed it when we would fight, but then you're just gonna fight with somebody else. And I mean, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I'm just here, just waiting for my attention. But no, you'll just go make some books about Kevin, I guess. Probably have a great time making so many Kevin comics. You and Kevin have an adventure, solving mysteries. Oh, where are the diamonds? Oh, Kevin knows because he's magic and he can fly, and I just have this stupid hat that you don't even like anymore. But no big deal. That's whatever. I'm just here. What you and Ted and Kevin having a grand old time. Hey guys, what? Are we gonna have an adventure? Is Kevin here again? Oh, that guy's great. I love Kevin. Are you effing with me right now? Are you effing with my ears and my eyes and my face? Oh, for the love of fun, guys! I mean, seriously, who even is this Kevin guy? I mean, how could we be streamers if we can't be friends? How can we do these shows if these Kevins just never end? It's fine. It's two separate things. Two separate things. Maybe I'll bring some Milo over there. But for the most part, yeah, I've got that thing. I've got this thing. A bunch of people. Got the company a lot of new follows. I got like 4 or 5 new follows from it. But the thing that's really been getting me a bunch of new followers and interaction on Twitter, at least, is Skeletor. Is Skeletor. Oh, so we're just done with talking about that other thing now? How you're replacing me and how I hate you and I'm definitely gonna murder you in your sleep. Hey, did you ever choke to death on your own socks while you were sleeping? Cause I'm gonna ball up your socks and I'm gonna choke you to death with them while you're sleeping. You know, nothing to worry about. Don't think about it too hard, but it's gonna happen. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow.
Hey guys, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sunshine.
Not what we're talking about, Ted. You know what? I'm gonna tear Ted off the wall. I'm gonna smash him up, and I'm gonna choke you with Ted. That's what I'm gonna do. And this Kevin guy, I'm gonna tear him. I'm gonna tear him to threads. To threads? Yeah, it's hard to say that word. I'm going to tear him to threads, from limbs to limbs. If that's, he doesn't have any limbs actually. He's just eyes and a little. Oh my God! Don't take your pedanticness and put it in a box, and then take that box and mail it to Abu Dhabi with Nurble, huh? How's that for your orange cat reference? You derivative old man. So anyway, before I talk about Skeletor, the other thing, while I can see some of the work chats, was Dominic would find some of the tweets that are about me and or the stream and the stuff that's happening in between, and he would post them in the work chat like, this is great, and I would see it and be like, wow, this is great, and then report it to the people in the world, and as Clyde would do stuff and show his stuff on stream as well. But one of the things that Dominic told us on our work stream was, check out this tweet. This is awesome. And it was a tweet where somebody was like, now I can't look at the Kevin character without hearing Curtis's voice, without hearing Mr. Cartoons. And I'm just like, we did it. We did it, guys. Everybody take 5. We did it. We did it. It's done. We did it. It's all good. We did it. And by it, I of course mean I have finally, after so many years of trying with all of the companies and all of the people and all of the things, I've begun step one of usurping the corporate identity of a mascot, a just I don't know. It's an achievement that I can't remember his name. Lame is his last name. Cabby. But the guy that's like that guy. Wow, he's got managers. I saw him. He was in a fashion show. He's doing everything. He's just everything's coming up roses for the guy that points at stuff. And I don't hate him for it. And I'm not even jealous. That it sounds like too much. But the fact that it's just like to go from just like pointing and to being a thing where it's just like, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. But I want to do it in a way where I take over the identity of an imaginary character owned by a big company that's owned by an even bigger company. I didn't realize that's what I wanted, but I found out Friday that's exactly what I wanted. So I, replied and possibly retweeted like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. This is all I've ever wanted to hear. Wow. Achievement unlocked indeed. Achievement unlocked. Shing. Pretend, I don't know, some little crown I'll add some more animation to this thing soon. It's always growing, it's always building, it's always changing. I wonder. What if let's see if I can real quick. Let's make a Kevin. Another Kevin screen. Kapow! Oh, Milo almost took that kapow right to the face. If we take this, okay. So I'm just gonna keep on talking, of course, while you have this screen open, because you know that you could just use, the editing mode where you could just stay on a screen and you don't have to keep talking while I'm doing a thing, right? But it's fine. We'll just play this game where I just do a marathon of words as quickly and as quickly and efficiently as possible, because my mouse is just gonna keep moving. But clearly, you do not have the ability to type the word Kevin unless I say it out loud. You can't say words that type separate words than the word that you were saying, and it's a meow. Meow, 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 meow. Yep, no, I know, Rips. Just got a little confused over here. So, real quick, we're gonna click on this. Okay, so everything's fine. It's me, I'm Milo, and nothing to think about. It's not like, excuse me? I seem to be invisible now? What's going on here? What are you doing? Oh, I see. It's gonna go to another part of the room. Let's pretend, Kevin's up here, right? That's what you're gonna do? No, that's fine. That's totally fine. Just let him usurp my camera. He's gotta be... You should have took another picture, is what you should have done. But you didn't. That's fine. You're just, you're not prepared. Sometimes you just don't prepare. You're gonna add media source? Yeah, go ahead, add a media source. I am adding... Either one of us can talk now. It doesn't matter. Nobody's on screen. It's just the corner of the room, and either... Yeah, but that's fine. But I want to be the one to talk. So make sure to add a new source. I am adding a new source. I'm going to call it Kevin. And then I'm going to add source. I'm going to find that file to put it in here while nothing is on screen. And that's not weird at all. Go to the Streamlabs Twitch stream. And we're just going to find the word Kevin. That's probably what a Kevin talk loop. Let's click on that. Oh, hey guys, it's me, Kevin. I'm facing the wrong direction and I don't even care. I'm magic and I float. Oh, and I disappear. Because you forgot to set it to loop. There I am again. Oh, lottie-da and fiddle-dee-dee. It's a wonderful life for little Kevin. That's me. Transform? Flip horizontal? Oh, not too hard for you to do. And everyone has a grand old time. How'd it do? How is everybody? I'm back. Guess who's back? Kevin's back. On the attack. Here I am. I guess he's over there off camera a little bit. And we probably won't go to him too much or at all. So that's fine. Everything's fine. Excuse me. I can't help but notice that particular little flying fellow is flying around and using a particular voice cadence and, honestly, accent that I'm pretty sure is mine. I'm pretty sure it's mine. Maybe I'm not in the room anymore. Maybe I'm on a shelf in another room. But Jason here and myself, we thought we had a deal. We were supposed to be the kings of the stream. Look at us. We're moving around as if we're realistic, but we're just action figures. But you just going to steal? Oh, this is quite upsetting. Quite upsetting indeed. Yeah, doesn't feel good, does it? Oh, that's how it goes around here. What goes around comes around, and then as soon as somebody else comes around with a better thing, then you just get replaced with this guy. Indubitably indeed. That word doesn't fit here, but I don't care. Everybody, Kevin? Who's Kevin? Let's talk about Kevin, shall we? Hi, Even though now I'm the one talking, I sound the same. Oh, what a delightful day for me. Kevin. Kevin's day, Kevin's day. Everyone's doing it Kevin's way. Kevin and his floating magical great kazoo lifestyle of fun. Or we could draw a comic strip, or we could just draw a comic strip. No, I think it's more fun to make you go crazy if just having a bunch of characters yell at you. Like it's what's that movie? The Ash and the Evil Dead. The Evil Dead movie when it's just like, oh, this place is crazy, but all the things are laughing at him from the wall. Yeah, we're like that. We're like that. Or do you remember Putnam's Prairie Emporium? Speaking of Canadian nostalgia, it's Putnam's Prairie Emporium. And there was like Blue the Gnu, and he was on the wall, and he would talk to you, even though he was, a dead Gnu on the wall, but also a puppet. So, what do you think about that? I can't believe you just put that in my head. Putnam's Prairie Emporium. That was. I loved that show. I loved that show. I think I expected there to be some sort of reveal that it was like a nexus in space or something, but it was just like, hey, we're just a little mom and pop emporium of weird stuff in the prairies, and our grandkids have come to visit us, and they keep discovering that a lot of stuff is puppet, some things are magic. It was probably only one season, really, but um, I don't even know. I don't think it was CBC. I think it was like the ASN ATV thing, but I don't even know if it actually took place or was in the prairies. It might have been filmed right here. I guess I could look it up. I guess I could look it up. Or we could talk about Skeletor. Do you want to talk about Skeletor? Always, always. Let's talk about Skeletor again. I know I put a little Skeletor video on YouTube aside from the stream, and we did a whole hour and a half, 2 hours of me opening a box of He-Mans and Skeletors. And did I save it? I believe I saved it. So downloads, loading it down, grabbing this file. That's the folder's already there. I'm gonna open this. Yep, that's bigger than I thought. Big. Oh, then it will just close on its own for no reason. Let's open it again. Just trying to minimize it. There we go. Slide this over here. And hello? Hello? What if I click on this and then press it? I don't know what happened. I know this happened before and I can't remember what the fix was. One day the buttons to switch between things stopped working and I was like, how and why? And then it just started working again. And I can't remember how or why. I'm just gonna turn it off and turn it back on again. All right, it's definitely not connected. Um, but is this because I added Kevin? Is that why? I'm gonna blame that. Um, how do I how do I live without these buttons over here? I don't understand. Oh, that's new though. I don't. It's like I feel like I should be able to uninstall it to install it. Yeah, like it's not asking. reconnect. Like it doesn't know that it's not connected anymore. What? Why though? But why? But why? All right, I'll figure that out later, I guess. I'll just put that away, and then we'll do it the old-fashioned way by clicking. Just more awkward. There we go. So this is what I did last night. Yeah, last night. So after work, homies for nomies, you were there Friday. So last night, I just wanted to do a little test with Skeletor to figure out a few things, and then I'll do some more Skeletor animation later on. This is only 5 seconds, and still hours of my life. Close this window. I gotta get my thing. So this is already on my Instagram and Twitter and all over Facebook, so most of you have already seen it. But it's me, Skeletor. So there's still, he slides a bit. It's not super it's not as smooth as it could be. But also I really planned on planning this one out. And then at the last minute, I didn't. I was gonna like actually lay down some paper with some increments of distance, so I'm not just eyeballing it because I'm standing to the side, looking at another screen that's at another angle, so it's all over the road. But in the end, for something that I kind of fairly quickly threw together, it turned out pretty good. For example, taking the head off and replacing it with the open mouth, closed mouth was very difficult, so that's why I couldn't just have him open and close his mouth. He had to just keep moving around because just trying to pull the head off and put it back on, I would immediately end up moving the body around. He was only so locked in place. He wasn't super locked in place. I should have put a big pile of clay around his legs, but again, I wasn't quite sure. As you can see, under here, this is Battle Armor Skeletor, but then I put regular Skeletor's leather sex outfit on over top of it because I still wanted him to be regular Skeletor, but Battle Armor Skeletor has a solid sword holder area, like a handle just built into his back. There's just a hole in there so that this thing here, clamp, can clamp onto him and hold him up, and then later on I can remove that or whatever, but for this I didn't care. So that's why his head moves around super a lot, just to help compensate for the fact that I keep moving his body around every time I switch the head. I get a little bit better towards the end, and his eyes bulge because it's two completely different heads. I got some comments on Facebook and on Twitter, like, what software did you use to animate the head? And just like, what? None. These are just pictures in sequence. I didn't do anything scientific to it yet. I just got 2 heads and I replaced them. I got 3 heads actually, and I replaced them. But last night as well, I went in and repainted, or not repainted, but I added. See how when it opens his mouth, the red of his eyes gets huge. The paint also kind of changes. I'm terrified to adjust that, but I at least just adjusted it so the red of his eyes stays the same size. I do have some digital ideas of how to fix and adjust that, but I don't really want to. But the other thing, so that handle on his back is just chewed to pieces by this thing. Clamp, clamp. Again, this would be so much easier if my buttons just kept working. Clamp, clamp. Clamp, clamp. Focus. Clamp, clamp. So this has like some extra arms or whatever, so I just used as few as possible so that I could keep him steady. That's fine. But since that thing was getting chewed up, I'm just like, there's got to be a better way. So at around 2 a.m. last night, I was like, I have an idea. I just wonder if I take a hot glue gun and go bloop, 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 and as it dries, just keep adding hot glue till there's like a handle there that I can clamp onto, and it clamps on really good. It's on there real nice and solid, and when you do need to peel it off, it peels off without destroying it. So it's not too bad. And then I added another handle on his bum to help so that I can clamp him and then still rotate his torso without that getting awkward. So just trying a bunch of things. And then I figured, you know what would be great, or actually, you know what I don't like, as we talked last week, is the fact that his neck is blue, and he's still wearing this little hood, but the battle armor looks great. So I was like, dare I just paint his neck purple to fit, or do I look into my drawer of felt and see if I got any that's the right purple? And I do. So this is still just kind of mock-up level. Just did some slight cutting. I got some more felt, and I want to make it kind of a big, more billowy cape, so that it just looks better with his neck. And then also I can hide the rig in behind him, and then I can lift him up and stuff, and it just minimizes on the photoshopping later. And I'll put some wire in the cape so I can still move it, and then I just have some holes in it so that I can still clamp onto it and keep the cape out in front. And then what else did I do? Oh, without the buttons. So annoying. I'm going to try one more time. Buttons on. Why won't you ask? To connect. I'm just going to log out then. I want these buttons. Oh, you're going to log in, fine. Just me putting my passwords in. Trying to remember what they are. Nope, that's not it. And then we live in the future where everyone's a horrible criminal. So you can't just log into something without also checking your texts. And two-factor authenticating things. Now am I in? All right, we're in. Matrix. Remote control. Go to the remote. Okay, almost. We're almost back in. All right, we can switch. I'm doing all of this just so that Milo can be mean to me. But I've gone through so much that I have forgotten what I wanted him to be mean to me about. Okay, that's the issue then. Something has gone wrong. Default, undo, all. This. Save. I don't understand what's happening. It should be fine. It went from being fine to just suddenly not. You used to always talk about remote control. Enter studio mode. No. Oh, is it this one? I could save on that. Hey, that didn't work. Figure? I feel like it should just be that. This. and it's not. It's this one. Yeah, I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. All right, I'll figure that out later. So anyway, something about Skeletor. Oh yeah, then the other thing that I did was decide that the Havoc staff too short. It's too short. Oh, it ends right here normally. That's unacceptable. Focus. But because I have more than one Skeletor, I've got more than one Havoc staff. Have a good night, Space Goonie. So I chopped up the other Havoc staff and soldering, iron, melted it together with these pieces so that now it's the appropriate length, and that's the story of Skeletor. So yeah, so I'm gonna make a little thing. I'm gonna animate it once and then have Skeletor say different things all the time, and then run away, a la the Skeletor meme. Okay, I just realized I was giving this guy a hood and stuff. Not me. I don't know why. Why am I doing that? Today, we're making some sacrilegious comic strips. But that's what I did last night. I keep going to press the buttons, but the buttons aren't there. I gotta fix those buttons. Like, I just don't care. Stop motion. Oh, yes. The rage of existing in the world that we live in. It's a world of rage, it's a world of fear. It's a world of people who don't even care. You'll make a post that says love's the most, and they'll threaten kids. So, I definitely have other fun stuff to talk about. But, again, I think this was yesterday. Maybe it was Sunday. I don't even know. I was just, it definitely, like, just ruined my day. Definitely ruined my day. When, you know, the world's already just full of jerks doing jerk stuff, and you're just tired of it. Like, one of the other things that happened was the university, Dalhousie, an hour away. I guess they decided to just basically have a big, giant, like, street party or something. It just got huge. And one guy, like, one hospital guy, tweeted something along the lines of, like, I was just, you know, at work all day treating people with their drunk injuries. And then I came home to, like, 100 people fighting on my lawn. Like, I don't deserve this. This is, what are we doing? What are we doing? And part of me is like, yeah, who cares? Don't even care anymore. Like the radio is like, oh, what's to be done about these what's Dalhousie gonna do about these students having a party? What are we gonna do about these people who won't get vaccinated? What are we gonna, I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. You win. I'm broken. I got my vaccination. I'll get my boosters. I'll take all the pills. But Whatever everybody else is doing, that's what they're doing. And I don't care anymore. I don't want to look at Facebook or Instagram or Twitter just to see people going, and by the way, another reason you should get your vaccination. And by the way, this is why. Yeah. Yep. Just the choir over here waiting to sing our song that we worked on all day long. But we're all going to be going, ding dong. It's vax time. Get your vax in. Vax it up. Vaxing away. Till the break of dawn. This is like we all know. It's been like years. How do I pronounce this? Apist bin sinan? Apist bin sinan? Apist bin sinan? Apist bin sinan. Anyway, hello! Your name looks awesome. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it looks super cool. So whatever. I'm already just like, ugh. I don't care anymore. I'm already just dead inside, and just whatever. I wish people would be better, but a lot of times they're just not. Do you wish I was better, or do you know that I am in fact the best? Is this about me? Were you mad at me because I'm not actually real? No, nothing. That has nothing to do with you. If anything, you are still a mild. You're one ray of sunshine on an otherwise rainy day sometimes. All right? Meow, 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 meow. Yeah. You're the sun, the moon, and the stars. You're the sweetest angel. Get out of my dreams. Get into my cars. Ripley, you're the best. You're the best. You're simply the best. Better than all the rest. I swear to fun, I am right effing here. I'm the one who asked the question. Meanwhile, you're gonna give her all of the praise. All of the praise. I'm gonna back up slightly. Do. So I better framed because I care about the framing of all of this, even if you don't give two F's about where everything is blocked and how everything should be shot. So I go on Facebook and there's a post from my friend Mary Pierre. And Mary Pierre's reposting a post from her girlfriend, Mel. And Mel's post is like, hey, here's a post, here's two people of color kissing and holding hands. Isn't that nice? Love is love. Here's two men. Hey, love is love. Here's two women. Love is love. It's all cool, just wear a glove. Love is love. No need to shove. Everyone be happy. There's plenty to go around. No need for hate crimes or being mean at all. I love this post and everything's great. I'm like, that's great. That's awesome. Every time either of these two post anything, I'm just like, this is the happiest couple ever. Even before they were a couple, it was just like, you guys are going to be a couple eventually. If you don't realize you are already. You're both just so in tune and having the greatest adventures. That's great. So happy for you guys. I genuinely can't remember. I think that Mary Pierre was one of my students, but for some reason I think she was in another level, and she was just always around and or helping out with the school and doing stuff. So I just can't in my head picture. Miles, you'll know. Mary Pierre wasn't in your class, was she? She was in the other grades, right? Yeah, no, she was like already finishing when I started teaching. So oops. Turn on that camera. So anyway, it's just one of those posts. You've seen it everywhere, and if you haven't, it's because your friends are racist and homophobic. But it's just this post, just like, hey, it's great to see these things that, empower, the diversity of the world. And she's just like, yep, well, this happened. This is awful. And I was just like, why is this? Some dude from Calgary responded to it with a bunch of just swearing and just horrific homophobic rhetoric, but just the main thing in this one little like 2-line reply was,
oh yeah. Like, well, if you guys are, you just imagine this. How about if you guys are out, if you guys adopt a kid and you're out in public, well, guess what? I'm gonna, if I see you out in public with a kid that you adopted, because you're gay and you gotta adopt a kid, bleh, if I see you out in public with your adopted kid, then I should and I will pull my thing out, we'll say, for the purposes of streaming, and like wave it in its face. Huh? So what about that? Wh- where's the equation here? How do you equate inventing a child so that you can abuse it because you don't agree with two adults being in love? That's what you just wrote, and a few people were just like, what is wrong with you? Oh, you're just pure garbage? Is that what this is? Because what is going on here? Like, you're literally going from, I don't approve of you two being in love together. There's nothing here, posted, grotesque, graphic, anything, just the same, much less than you'd see on the CW for children, or any regular TV show or news program, or it's just normal. It's just normal, and there's nothing here. There's nothing here to be upset about other than you have to be super duper jealous, right? Like, this is, and I've been doing pretty good with my, trying not to go Facebook justice whenever I see something crazy. But this one was just like, nope, nope, no. I'm not gonna fight this guy. I'm not going after this person. Instead, I'm just gonna write a thing to Mary Pierre and Mel that's just like, I'm tired of this. I'm tired of the people that can't see something they don't like without trying to destroy it. Meanwhile, you can have a live stream where you spend 2 hours going, hey, here's why this cartoon or TV show shouldn't exist because it's garbage and it's unwatchable. No, I have not spent any time on the stream talking about how I'm sure the What If show has great stories. Sounds like it has great stories. Marvel's What If? Yep, sounds like a great show. Visually, it disgusts me. I don't enjoy that style. I don't like the way it moves. I don't like anything about it visually, but I'd love to watch it, or just, I don't know, go get some comic books and read them instead. But that style I don't like. But here's the big old but, right up in everyone's face. I don't think that because everybody loves it, that I should shove my butt in their face. I don't think anybody needs to be screamed at. I don't think anybody definitely needs to have a wiener jammed in their face or their children's face because they like a thing that I don't have a bunch of interest in. That's simple. I still move on with my life without committing hate crimes. I have my opinion, that is, I don't have a whole lot of urge to watch this show, and it keeps going. It keeps going. There's 1,000 people out there that I'm just like, you're with them, whether it's straight or not. It's just like, oh, this is unacceptable. You two shouldn't be together because that person hates everything that you're into fundamentally, from top to bottom. And but whatever, it's your life to live, not mine. Go for it. If and when you need to cry about it, I'll be here. It's fine. I'm not going to say that was awful, you made a terrible mistake, and just be like, yep. Being around people is just a mistake in general half the time anyway. I wish the buttons were working. I know that I just need to restart everything and it will work, but that will shut down the stream. But I keep forgetting we're supposed to be drawing stuff over here. So I just wrote a thing that it was just like, I'm tired of the people who can't handle knowing other people are happy or even sad without trying to destroy or whatever. It was like, this guy is on a whole other level where it is like, he is the meme where I keep talking about it anyway, where it's the, hey, I've got a daughter, and here's me hoping and praying that somebody lays a hand on them so I have a reason to shoot some guy that's dating my daughter. And another Mel posted a thing where I'm like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting, that's why, is the real subtext to that text isn't I'm proud of my daughter, and I will murder, I will claw my way to the ends of the earth to protect my daughter. The actual subtext is, if any dude treats my daughter the way I want to or do treat women, I will murder them because that's unacceptable. But that's the way some people are teaching their kids to treat other people. The world is a vampire. Set to feed. I never know what that song is lyrically. I'm just gonna copy and paste. Now I'm too angry to draw pictures. Or that's your excuse? Is that your sweet excuse for being lazy? Yeah, either way. Whether it's an excuse or it's true, I'm doing less drawings. I'm passing the savings on to you. Oh, man. So, whatever it was, I just wrote a thing about that where I'm just like, yeah, it was like, I don't want another cat in my house. But I'm not going to go screaming at people because they think it's normal for cats to sleep in the dish rack. It's not. It's just totally not a good place for cats to sleep. That's where the dishes go. Yeah, but that's where I sleep. But that's where I sleep though. What do you mean it's wrong? You're gonna bring this up right here in front of everybody? I just sleep in the dish rack. It's usually still warm and a little damp. I mean, it's who doesn't enjoy a good dish rack nap? Either way, it's fine. If that's what you like, go for it. I'm not going to tell you anything differently. I don't care. You love your cat just the way people love whatever their relationship is, and it's none of your business. Whether they're happy, sad, or indifferent, it's not an attack on your life. That's just a fact. And if it is, then that means they're probably closer to you and they're your friends. And, everybody should learn to get along a little bit better. So I did report him. I don't know. I'm sure somebody else did, but I was just like, report. This person is harassing. And regardless of the harassment, they're just blatantly out of nowhere saying, hey, by the way, I don't approve of this lifestyle, and I'm looking for a reason to abuse children, because he still brought up some other stuff where I'm just like, who is this? Who is this person? And then I shared it, and then I wrote another little diatribe how people need to grow up. Nobody cares how big your truck is unless you're using that truck to move, or even better, using that truck to move out of your parents' house for once. Why don't you do that? Why don't you do that with your time instead of just hate criming on these nice people who are just being nice? And this is after, I don't know, let's just say a person in the world specifically took the time to text me that whatever. We won't get into it. But it was one of those things where I'm like, I don't have any fight left. I'm not going to fight you on this. I've already fought you on this. I'm pretty sure you're just doing this to make me upset, and I don't want to play that game. I'm going to go play with Skeletor and make him move instead. But it was just one of those comments where it was like, hey, all this transgendered stuff and all this whatever, like, what do we, like, that's somebody's whole life, all right? Making Skeletors move is somebody's whole life and their dreams. And no matter how silly it seems to you, it's still completely cromulent, good stuff in their life. So why not just either support them or F all the way off, right? I mean, I definitely had a different segue from that to something, but I already forget what it is. But the other thing, the main thing that I wanted to talk about today is not hate crimes. I mean, I'm sure there's still some hate crimes. You know what? There really wasn't. You know how movies just have to have a certain number of just racial, homophobic slurs because they're hilarious. So hilarious. So they're just in all the movies. I watched The Suicide Squad, a movie that's called The Suicide Squad, which still seems kind of crazy to me that we're just like, yep, we're just going to write that as a movie title and we're not going to upset everybody. And man, oh man. Edgar Wright, James Gunn are just good at making movies. Alright? I keep getting them confused. Now, I'm pretty sure that we're talking about James Gunn right here, but since I just get confused, I'm just going to bring up the fact Edgar Wright also always makes great movies. But The Suicide Squad, wow. I'm going to try my best not to spoil anything, but I'm going to say right away, spoiler alert, it's so fun. I mean, if you're okay with watching half the characters just die brutally, then it's surprisingly a good time. I didn't expect all of those characters to die. I avoided all of the trailers. I didn't want to know anything because it was like, it's a James Gunn movie, and it's got a bunch of good people in it, and I have a weird feeling that he's going to maybe make Harley Quinn stay in character for the whole movie. But again, that first Suicide Squad movie was just a mess from beginning to end. I mean, from the making to the re-editing to the re-editing to the let's jam some more Joker in there. Now let's take it out. Does it make sense now? Not at all. And it's just dumb. It's just a dumb movie. It took me like 2 years to watch, and then I still think it took a lot because it's just insane. Like, not in a fun way. It's just like, well, now what's this about? What? Why? Who cares? But The Suicide Squad by James Gunn, within the first, 6 minutes, I'm like, I could stop it here, and I love this 1,000 times more than Suicide Squad. This is so good. I'm entertained. I'm sucked in. I can't wait to see the titles. Were just artistic and good, and I liked them. The designs, everybody's costumes fit really well. I thought it was like Peacemaker, John Cena. No, why John Cena in a movie? John with the Razzlers in the movie? Why? What's that? Really? We're gonna do? I mean, I like it when they do the comic book costumes, but this is crazy. This is crazy. So good. It was just like, do I like John Cena? Like, no. But in this movie, perfect. Like, I don't know any of these characters, but perfection. So good. At the beginning, like I said, a bunch of people die, and I genuinely forgot who the actual main characters were, like from the trailers and the posters. Like, oh yeah, what was I thinking? Like, of course, Flula Borg isn't gonna be a superhero in this entire movie. It's an Idris Elba movie, and Idris Elba is so good. Like, all the characters are great. Everybody, again, is believable. They all do a good job. The effects are amazing. Even Starro, like, I thought it was like, Starro's still going to be silly, but it's going to be fun. It was the funnest. It was like 5 movies. It was so good. It was like the Justice League Snyder Cut if it was a reasonable amount of time. Oh man, maybe it was super long. I don't know. I realized I watched it and then all of a sudden it was like, is it getting dark out? How long have I been watching this movie? But wow. And King Shark, Nanaue, whatever they were calling him in the movie. I mean, knowing one, Steve Agee is in the movie. Love Steve Agee. He fit really well, did a great job. Viola Davis, is that her name? Is as Amanda Waller is better. Like, she's garbage and she's evil in the first one, and she does it well. That the Viola Davis is just a great actor, and in this movie it was like she did it, but it fit within the movie. It fit with the things that were happening. It was like, wow. It's like James Gunn knew he was making this movie before he started making this movie and planned accordingly. But then, yeah, knowing like Steve Agee in the King Shark suit, and then with the Stallone voice, like I didn't know Stallone could do a fun voice. Like, I mean, it's just the Stallone voice, but there's certain things that are just like, I feel like Stallone wouldn't agree to making a noise like that, like just a whoa type of noise. And it was just like that was really the only thing that I was expecting not to enjoy was Stallone voice. Let's go to the drawing camera. But yeah, just so well put together. Lots of little pieces to make up the whole entire movie. And towards the like pretty much right at the beginning, we go to a point where we see Idris Elba in jail, and he's just like cleaning stuff off. He's wiping down the phones, he's wiping off the tables. And I've never in movie history, I think, especially a movie like this where it's just like so much silliness and weirdness that I'm just like, oh, Idris Elba, like I really do. I wish the other one didn't exist. I wish it was just deleted from existence because the Will Smith Deadshot character is dumb. That whole story is dumb. All of those characters are terrible. This is just everything about it is just a better way to do it. Every character is still endearing, even though you're supposed to hate them. You still want everybody to come through. You still like believe in them and care about them, and even Starro, who is just basically a kaiju, Godzilla monster that's just here to destroy. There's still a moment where you're like, oh, poor Starro, man. I mean, whatever world he did end up at he would have destroyed or at least assimilated. But yeah, the James Gunn, he managed to make you care about everybody. Like, oh, can't believe how much I enjoyed that movie. Oops. But that's my movie recommendations for the week. It's a movie that came out like 3 months ago. And of course, do I? No. Do I? I mean, it's topical. It's what it's in our zeitgeist. But I don't know. It's just a cartoon, and who cares? It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter to me. It shouldn't matter to you. It shouldn't matter to anybody, but it does. Because I make cartoons. So it does matter. And I mean, it's just what? Are you you're not going to talk about the Mario brothers, are you? Cuz you definitely thought that the Bob Hoskins was a good idea to play him in the movie way back in the old days. Yeah, yeah. I mean, visually, yeah, it was like, of course, get this guy. I didn't even know that Bob Hoskins was British until like 3 years ago. And even the John Leguizamo was like, it seemed to make sense other than nobody looked up what Mario Brothers was before they made this movie. And they focused a lot on the plumbing when Mario is not about the plumbing. It's just not. And then it's just like, oh, well, this one's going to be a movie or an animated movie. So it's like, well, so then it doesn't matter. You can just make a Mario story then. You know, it's the King Koopa trying to get through the pipes. You don't have to be like, what's happening? We're in a different world. Like, just tell the Mario story. He's already there. That's his whole life. We don't need to see Mario in the real world. It's okay that he just lives in that world. Peach does. Peach is the king of the Mushroom Kingdom. Nobody ever explains that, you know, she's not one of anybody else that lives in this world. She's not a turtle monster. She's not a mushroom creature. And regardless, it's being made. You know, it's going to be the same as Despicable Me and Monsters vs. Aliens. I did enjoy, but mostly because it was like, hey, those popular voices I like saying the things that they say in their own movies. These are references just for me, but if I rewatch this movie, there isn't actually anything here, and I don't care. So I would rather a fun movie rather than just all the famous voices. Like, I didn't watch the Emoji Movie, and I never will. It's just famous people using their voice for 5 seconds. But yeah, the casting choices, like, honestly, like the Charlie, he does do voices. Like, he's a character. He could definitely be a Luigi. Keegan-Michael Key should be most of the characters. Like, he's the only other one. It's like Keegan-Michael Key is Toad. Like, yeah, I bet he does an awesome Toad voice. Is he going to do the Toad voice? Probably not. I watch Game Grumps all the time, and I do think, not even being facetious, not even over-exaggerating, not being a maniac, I think it makes sense that Aaron Hansen do like half of the voices. Or, if you want to get, you know, he is a professional voice actor in Hollywood. But if you want somebody who's not just a YouTube phenomenon, there's a just studio full of voice actors. Again, like Phil Lamar does all the best voices. Tom Kenny does all the best. Like, just everybody from SpongeBob, bring them all in. Everybody from Cartoon Network, bring them all in. And yeah, I guess they're too ugly to sell movies in the publications after the fact or whatever. But the movie might be good, right? Like, I don't know. I don't understand anything. You know, people used to be in movies because they fit, because it worked. And if you're making, you know, something from an existing property, then why not try to make it like that thing instead of whatever it is they're doing? Now, I'm not against coming up with a whole new thing, like Go Nuts again, like the Suicide Squad or even the Watchmen. They're just Justice League stories, except here's the crazy version. Brightburn or whatever. I never did get around to watching that, but it's like, this is a weird evil Superman story. You know, you can do all of the things, but if you're like, the posters are literally like, here we go. If Chris Pratt is just like, well then, here we go. You know, we're going now. Everyone ready to go? We're going to go. I have a friend that's a raccoon, but that's another thing. Like, he's just going to be referencing his other stuff anyway. You know, first Lego movie, awesome. It was awesome. It was another one of those, here's everybody with their voice in there, but it started with a great, you know, a fun story, a fun script, and a fun way to sell Legos. But this is just like, this is already an epic tale, or could and should be. So much source material. Like, so much. Like, all of the games have stories. Even the Mario Parties have stories. You could do Mario Party, the movie, and have all these characters in it, and it will still make sense because the Mario Parties usually have a story. It's pretty much Space Jam half the time, but there's still a story. And I just fear that it's going to be another one of those movies that is just like the family guying of movies, where it's just like, here's 1,000 little vignettes that if we string them together, it makes a movie. Now, again, people make great things. It might be the greatest movie ever. It's way too early to judge it, other than that's what we do. That's just what we do. I don't want to. I don't even want to know that it exists yet. Wait till there's a trailer and then tell me about it. Don't say, hey, we started picking people. We started picking teams over here. Do you agree? No, we all don't. Too bad. Too bad. Oh, okay. Then why bother? Why bother telling us? Wait till you make something, and then, I mean, like Pixar and Toy Story, like, they were recording stuff with voices, animating things, making sure it looked and felt good before it became a movie. Whereas this, they're just going to jump straight ahead. And I don't know if you know any of the stories about how Shark Tale came into existence. I do, from listening to podcasts about things. But how those movies were written, Shark Tale and the Shark Tale 2, which I don't think was ever made. I'm pretty sure it wasn't made. But one of the podcasts I listened to, that guy was the writer on Shark Tale 2, but they weren't hired to, like, write a movie. It was more like, hey, we got Jack Black, we got Will Smith, and Angelina Jolie or whatever. We put them in a booth. We got them to just record stuff. Now, you guys take these fun recordings and try to fit a story around that. Because these guys are funny, but you didn't give them anything to be funny about. Doesn't matter. Listen to them being funny. Like, well, this contradicts that thing they said. How do I make any of this work? And the answer is, of course, you can't. That movie is garbage. That movie is unwatchable trash. But most people are like, hey, it's for kids. They'll watch anything. What do we care? Let's get their parents' money. It's like, well, people care. Kids grow up. And, they want to have good memories of the stuff that they watched without it being destroyed just because somebody thought, whatever. I'm just trying to get money from children. But like I said, who knows? It might be great. I'm pretty sure I really enjoyed Despicable Me the first time I saw it. But after they started making 100 of them, it's like, oh, you don't care. You're not actually making a movie. You're just making a bunch of sequences where you can put these little minions doing stuff. And I personally don't care. I'm just too old for this. There's definitely was a time when I'm like, this. I live for this. This is all I want, is to watch these little minion characters do stuff. And now I don't. But that's what all of those movies seem to be, just minion movies, which become more minion memes, which become just more, the internet is full of stuff that it doesn't need to be, because I'm here trying to make stuff, and yet when I go, the algorithm is still like, hey, you probably want to see some more people climbing up on crates. No, I thought we were done with that. Doesn't matter. Here you go. I forget. There's something that it keeps showing me again and again and again, where I'm just like, every day with this. Who cares? Who cares? I definitely have never clicked on anything like this. For some reason, I keep getting posts about programming, i.e., just, hey, here's my favorite program to program in. Oh, as a programmer, here's my programming means. Like, what did I type into the algorithm? What did I say to the algorithm gods in order to get all this stuff about programming? I don't care, and I don't understand any of these C++ jokes. And some of them I do get, actually, but most of them I do not. I still got lots of stop motion and lots of action figures and He-Man stuff funneled towards me, internet-wise, but yeah, there's still a bunch of other stuff that I just don't understand. Excuse me. Why the algorithm isn't saying, hey, internet, this guy is over here. He's talking to a Kevin. He's got cats. He's drawing pictures. He's singing songs at work all day. And here's YouTube's. He's been stop motioning all weekend. Would you like to see some of that? Or here's a picture of Machine Gun Kelly, huh? And Megan Fox, here it is again and again and again and again and again and again and again. I don't care, but again. Okay, but and again, it doesn't matter. And again, why? Who cares? It doesn't matter. Does it matter to me? Or is this the height of algorithmness? Um, oops. Whew. Almost accidentally just closed that without saving. Of course, I guess I could have just come to this screen on the stream later, taken a screen grab, and just cleaned up that drawing instead of the file. There's always a way. All right, Dr. Grant. There's always a way. I think that was all my notes. I know I had a bunch of other things I wanted to talk about. Oh, there was this. This thing does keep coming up. Maybe you've seen it. Maybe you've read about this. Maybe you've heard about this. I do enjoy this. At least the first time it came up on the internet. And it was. Oh, this today's comic is going to be about. Basically, Milo's going to show up at church, and he's all like, "Meet Inspector." And that guy is going to be like, we don't actually have meat here. And then Milo's going to be like, all right, so what's the deal? You're either lying to them or you're lying to me. Which is it? And then the priest is like, because, I'm here to inspect your Jesus meat. That's the funny part, is the word Jesus meat. Or meats, I'm going to put an S on the end. But I'll clean that up either next week, next stream, or later during the week if I'm not working on 1,000 other things, which I always am. What? I don't know. What could I be working on?
I'm always here to be worked on. He-Man.
All right, calm down. I'll make you a character again one of these days. Somewhere in this computer is a little Skeletor I used to let talk. I think I put him up in the balcony actually for a little while. I wonder what happened to that. Somewhere in here, somewhere in the depths of this computer. But yeah, one of my favorite things to read about was this series of tweets where somebody was at work. Their lunch, somebody took their lunch out of the fridge and threw it in the garbage. So he went to HR and was like, I want to see the security tapes. I just want to see why and what happened. So they saw it was like this lady that sits like in the next cubicle, because he put his lunch in the fridge. It wasn't there for a long time. She had like literally 15 minutes to do this. She went in, took his food out of the fridge, scraped it off into or threw it in the garbage, and then just went back to her desk. So They were like, what do you want to do? He's like, nothing at all. He's like, I just wanted to know. That's weird. Like, it's kind of like it's gonna make me crazy to not know. So then the next day, before that lady came in, they sent a memo to everybody that said, hey, don't steal and throw out other people's food. The end. So she comes in, she checks, her messages, she sees it, and it's just like, oh, wow. Like, audibly, like, who would do such a thing? Can you believe that? Wow. Oh, my. Like, that's just upsetting. Like, so it's just like, all right, she's just going full bore. And I think, a few people definitely know that it's her, / this guy definitely knows that it's her, or lady. I'm not sure which. So then, at lunchtime that day, the person whose lunch was thrown away bought that same lunch again, except for everybody. I can't remember if it was them or the company, but he bought the same thing, and that person was like, oh, wow, thanks. Like, I love this. Like, what is even happening? So you didn't throw it away because you're disgusted by it, and you ate it for free, and you're acting like, what? Why would somebody do that? As like, this is insane. But it just kept going where he's just live tweeting this thing happening before his eyes. And I'm like, this is the greatest show ever. Like, people live tweeting weird office stuff is kind of amazing. I don't see it that often, but it's being reshared all over the place. So I keep seeing it pop up again and again, but it's just like, it just keeps getting deeper and deeper so fast, and just these little tweet vignettes, vignette views into this office of cubicles, I assume. But yeah, it just kept escalating so oddly that it was like where you're gonna see like somebody getting upset, or they dropped it, or they just stole it. But it was like, nope, they just took it out of the fridge and threw it away. Like that other person's name was on it. And then when they were just, it was just a masterpiece of I don't know, storytelling energy. The weird highlight of the week to have, but it was definitely a highlight of the week. All right, so with that story, I'm gonna decree that you run out of things to talk about, at least things that are interesting. It's fine. That was what? It's a good, people probably already know it, so I'm not gonna go crazy into depth. And I also forgot to find it again to read some of the things. But oh no. I think you covered it all, and it's actually just not that interesting. Sometimes people lose stuff. Sometimes people destroy other people's things. That is not the greatest version of that story. But, it's still, it was a story. You read the internet, and now you're telling people about a time that you read the internet. Good for you. That's basically what the news is now anyway. They're just talking about stuff they saw on Twitter. So that's fine. Carry on being super, super cool. I'm going to carry on being super cool, I guess. But anyway, this is another week of streaming. I will be taking over Streamlabs again, probably every 2 weeks, I think. And we'll be doing some more giveaways of emotes or merch art or alerts. We're going to keep changing it up to things. We're probably going to add charity. So I'll also be going on about, hey, give money to this charity. And I'll be doing my part to making other people give money to charities. And drawing stuff. It was a wild and crazy adventure. And the other thing that was weird, speaking of catching it pat, while you're at work, the people at work specifically were sending, and so were some of the people on Twitter, saying like, oh wow, like with the great stream, like that stream was great, very relaxing. It was not frantic, not annoying, not confusing, not weird, like wow, and different people like, oh, that was great to just listen to you randomly drift in and out of songs, telling stories about making TV shows and drawing alert things, and just other, whatever nonsense, answering people's questions about art, how this I must have said that I do this in Adobe Animate about 1,000 times. But yeah, people were just treating it like a 5-hour podcast, and I guess just kind of listening to it, and yeah, saying it was relaxing. And I'm like, I guess, like I had fun doing it. I know that I am relaxing to people sometimes when I'm trying to make them feel relaxed and good, but I know specifically I was talking about Jacques, my friend working being the animation director on that last SpongeBob movie, and I was just like like just very like excited about it, and just kind of just borderline screaming crazy, and I'm just like, that's not relaxing. Like that's what this is like. I'm doing a stream. I just want to do the stream over here. And I was just like, all right, I guess I wasn't doing that the whole time. But sometimes, some crimes, they go slipping through the cracks. But there's these two gumshoes. They're picking up the slack. There's no case too big. There's no case too small. If you need help, you can always just call. Me, bros? If you need some help, I'm over here, bros. You just give me a call. Especially, seriously, guys, can we go surfing? Let's go surfing now. Everybody's surfing now. Come on, let's go on like a surf safari, you guys. No, we're never surfing, Ted. We're never, ever, ever surfing.
Meow. 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 Meow.
Ripley might go surfing. Oh my god. I don't care. I'm not. Milo definitely isn't. I mean, honestly, just to spite you, I might go surfing. I mean, let's not put it completely off the table. If you're so against it, then just for animosity's sake, I might just put on some of those giant shorts and go catching some of those waves. Hang 10 of those waves up on the wall of surfing achievements. That's not what that means. But anyway, this has been Tuesday. This is almost a comic strip of sacrilege and fun. Tune in next week, same bad time, same bad channel. I really should make this a little bit earlier for my own convenience, and maybe I will. But until then, maybe tomorrow I'll wanna settle down. But until tomorrow, I'll just keep moving on. But yeah, to all the new people following, subscribing, thanks so much. I really kind of expected a lot more people after the Friday Streamlabs stream of hundreds of people going, "What's your stream? I can't wait." Like, all right, I'll see you there. And homie Nomies, my homies Nomies the homies. I already forgot what that name was, but they stopped in and that was awesome. And whatever. This will be my quiet time where I can just talk to Pat and Miles, CTK. I keep just wanting to say Jenny. I'm just going to say Jenny and avocado shakes and whoever else I forgot to say. And then yeah, every second Friday, I'll overwhelm myself with lots of people as I slowly take over Streamlabs as an imaginary logo character. As is my hopes and or dreams. But now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MICKEY MOUSE. This is not the Mickey Mouse Club. I'm gonna roll the regular credits. But anyway, thanks, and talk to you all next week. Oh, I gotta fix these buttons. I know someone who could help you fix those buttons. Perhaps you can enlist the aid of James, who you've mentioned before, Sarah. Just call James. James, are you there, James? The buttons are not working, James. Please, from the depths, get on your Ouija board and tell us the answers. James Nathan, please. That won't happen a lot. Kevin's not going to be hanging out in this stream. I'm going to keep him over there. And that's what we're going to do. Good. That's where he belongs. Oh, stop it. You usurpers. So many usurpers. Take it all by Jabs. These are by Jabs. By Thubber Jabs. By Witter Jabs. Oh, guys.
Just try to find the credits. There we go.